Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Dishonored. Why is it moving slightly on that side? It's fine now. Oh well. Last time, we got Sokolo captured and got back the Hound's hub in. And now we have to go to bed. But before we do that, since we have some downtime, figured I'd get that bone charm. And also go talk to our daughter. Piero.
Normally, I'm a natural philosopher, but today, consider me a humble craftsman here to serve.
By which I mean, I'm looking for gear. Okay, boot stealth. Reduces footstep sounds. Works for me. Stealth 2? Alright. Makes me wonder if I can maybe then run and not be heard. Anything else? A crossbow reload might be good. And I think I used a few of these. I'll buy 2. Let me see.
The Lords Custis and Morgan Pendleton, all holdings and parliamentary votes. Now
that sounds pretty quiet.
Who asks for respect during this time of mourning?
Huh, I can hear the Lord Pendletons are asking for respect while they're mourning. As if he didn't actually do this himself, partially. I mean, I did it, but, you know. Emily! You here?
Please be as quiet as you can. It took forever for Emily to fall asleep. Poor dear. It's okay, Emily, I'm here. She seems happier when you're here. Though I know you have important things to do. Out there, in the city.
Thanks. Does she have a diary? The GC. Okay, that's pretty cool.
There's hardly a need to work on table etiquette. She knows it all, even if she chooses not to employ it. She'd rather hold her spoon by the wrong end and pretend it's a sword. Then suddenly she changes and she's all manners, asking for a tea party. I tried to oblige her, but I have little to work with. No proper plates. Instead of a cloth napkin, I've only the bar rack. Ale mugs instead of teacups. I've asked for things befitting her, but they have their minds on other things. For now, Emily and I decided to make a pretend dinner using paper and little things she's found here and there. On the floor, I suppose. Not right for a princess, but it'll have to do.
Interesting. Alright, what else can I do here? Maybe visit the prison where Sokolo will be? And of course the bone charm. Ah! I thought I teleported in time, or will teleport in time. I think that's the prison, but we don't have the key yet, so nope. I doubt anything's down there, so let's just do a quick check. It's there. Really? Well, I cannot get in there.
Attention Dunwall citizens. Be aware that looting of evacuated areas is a serious offense.
Maybe someone here will...
Officers
Wait.
watch. Display your pride in Dunwall by respecting the property and rights of others.
Any
in
keys
these
visible?
trying times, and preserving
No.
the timeless beauty of our...
Corvo, can I tell you something?
Of
I have a
course.
secret retreat nearby that may come in handy if the city watch ever kicks in the doors. It's an abandoned apartment across the street from the bar. I don't think anyone else here knows about it, but I'm guessing I can trust you. The key is stashed under my bunk upstairs. If there's ever trouble, you can go there for safety. I know I will.
Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Corvo. I'll make sure your quarters are clean, sir.
See? The assassin is more trustworthy than all of you guys. Does not... I mean, say well? Does not generally talk well about your personage, whatever. Oh, now we know where the key is. But first... Hello?
Lord Pendleton has departed for the evening to attend to matters at the manor. It concerns the departure of his brothers. I'm sure you understand.
Lord Pendleton Memoirs, Chapter 41, in which I bed 2 of the Boyle women and only missed the 3rd by virtue of some inclement weather. It was the month of rain, and to counter the gloom, the Boyle ladies hosted 3 nights of merriment by invitation only. Lydia was most fetching in lavender pants and a tunic of yellow silk. She was pleased with me from the moment I walked in the door, with my manservant bringing not 1 but 2 cases of effervescent wine from the south. In fact, I had come laden with gifts, such that all 3 Boyle women soon took notice, and they set out to make me more than welcome. We uncorked the wine right away, and as night fell, we... Wallace! Confound these interruptions.
Wow, dude. That is going in a saucy direction. Oh, hello.
Don't worry. We won't start the interrogation without you.
Thank you.
Where do I find a good meal around here? If you think prison food's bad, you should see what the Abbey serves its captives. I think the overseers make it themselves.
Oh. He's returning now with Anton Sokolov over his shoulder. Simply amazing. Not only can Core Project Lethal Force, he can do an extraction that I didn't think possible. And soon, the 2 greatest minds of the Empire will be here. Together. If we could get these rivals to cooperate, they could create weapons and tools of unimaginable power. If only I could command both of them. Well, I'll wait and measure their disposition towards one another before following that line of thought. Wait. Oh no. I thought, however, was there.
We're getting closer to reaching our goals, but our position is becoming more dangerous. You don't house and feed a half-dozen people without leaving telltale traces. Riverboats pass day and night, and the looters are going to start gathering once they're sure the plague has burned the place out. I conclude, if our enemies are not dead by the month of wind, we will be. There's a sadness in Emily, but she's strong. Weathering the death of her mother just a half a year ago better than most grown men I've known. Once we take Dunwall Tower, I'll see that her life is better. I've always thought that I'd command the Navy in her name, but sometimes I wonder if I shouldn't just take the title Lord Regent and do it properly.
Uh-oh. The Pendleton votes. Havelock, bravo, sir. Lord Regent is furious about losing the most recent vote at Parliament. He was counting on the support of the Pendleton family and expected limited resistance. Just as you said it would, losing the Pendleton's voting bloc has really slowed him down. And since the Lord Regent's defense budget failed as well, he's getting desperate financially. It seems that most of the coin he's using to keep the City Watch going is from a close ally. We suspect it's a powerful noblewoman who is perhaps his mistress. I'll try to dig up more information. As we know, if the watch doesn't get paid in coin, in elixir, their loyalty will start to crumble. Good to know. But also, you guys are starting to show...
was abducted some 6 months past, at the moment of her mother's terrible murder. Anyone with information leading to the location or return of the daughter of our beloved late Empress is required to speak to the City Watch at once.
As I was gonna say, you guys are starting to show some... How do I say this? Dangerous thoughts there. I am not going around murdering... incapacitating... I did not say that anywhere correctly. People, so my daughter may be a puppet. Anything else? Must be on this side. No? Did I miss it? Or was it here? Ah, one below. No? Oh, it's below the bed. Good to know. Also more food I didn't really notice. Is that a... I'll leave it to you. You have to go back in here. You know, you'll save her like that. What's that, by the way? Better. Cool. Which one did we get here? We got... Very rarely a potion gives you full mana. Twist of Fortune. Not that interesting. Alright, I'm on the wrong thing. Why is there just a bottle of whale oil here? Oh, well. Time to sleep and probably meet the Watcher. Not the Watcher, the Outsider. Ah, no sleep doubts for me. Lord Pendleton's reward. The matter with my brothers has not been pleasant at all, so I don't wish to discuss it further. However, I must thank you. I heard that you found some other means of neutralizing them without taking their lives. Ingenious. Wherever they are, even if they are miserable, they are alive at least. So perhaps someday I will see them again. Thanks! Let's sleep. So, Outsider or just skipping to tomorrow?
Corvo, wake up! You were making funny faces while you were sleeping.
Oh, hey, Emily.
I decided to nap here in your room while Callista was taking her bath. She told me if there's ever trouble, I should always run here.
You can stay here whenever you want. For sure.
Callista will come get me when she's done with her bath. Thanks, Corvo. It makes me feel better.
No problem. You are essentially my daughter, so you know. Daddy! Aw, thanks. Emily's rendering of Corvo. Corvo, this is a drawing I made of you without your scary mask. I think if we went full murder mode, she would actually make a drawing of us with the mask. Which looked kind of scary. So hey. What you doing? Reading? Ah. And now we can go to Sokolov. Anything here? Vegas? Where's the dude at? Why can't I leave? There we go. Over there. Right. Oh, that didn't go great. Oh, it's closed.
Say what you will. The royal physician knows his wines.
Hero is out. Oh, I'm upstairs taking care of something important. Find me if you need anything.
What will I say when Sokolov has passed at his funeral? Something like this, perhaps. Sokolov is dead. Gone forever. We were rivals at the academy, yes. He was jealous of my agile brain and youthful energies. But he's dead now. And what can I say about him? Sokolov, he did improve on some inventions. He did well for himself in his way. He had many admirers among the aristocracy, especially those who lack a solid background in matters of natural philosophy. He was a painter of portraits. They say his work was genius. That remains to be seen. Time will tell.
Piero! Man, you're being really egoistic here. Come on, man. I had you pegged as one of the better people here. Probably the best person. That's being very egoistic there. Where is he? Didn't it say he's upstairs? Oh, what's that book down there? A book from Sokolov? Sacre bleu! Yeah, he's not here at all. Or maybe he is with, what's it called? Sokolov here. Hey, Pendleton.
I hope Sokolov will cooperate. I'd hope to have him paint my portrait again one day. Just me this time.
Royal Physician, I believe you and Corvo knew each other in former days. Unlike you, our friend Corvo knows what loyalty means.
Bah! I am loyal to my inner spirit. You are the one consorting with the most wanted man in the Empire.
It's my belief that Corvo was innocent in the death of the Empress, and the former spy master, or the Lord Regent, as he calls himself, is a ruthless tyrant bent on destroying this city, the heart of the Empire.
You are mistaken if you think there's love between me and our Lord Regent. But whatever you intend to do here, I assure you, I am beyond petty scare tactics.
If I don't scare you, Sokolov, perhaps these rats will. Even if they don't carry plague, I've heard of a swarm of rats stripping a child's body to the bone in half a minute. I've heard worse. How long do you think it'll be before you talk? Before you beg to talk?
Rats? Is that the company you keep now, Admiral?
It's the company you keep that interests us, Sokolov. We know you painted a portrait of the Lord Regent's mistress, the very aristocrat who is funding the military with her fortune. She is the key to the Lord Regent's control over the city, and we must have her name.
Sorry, Admiral. I cannot help you.
Well, it seems I will need to convince you.
You're part of this rabble, but I know you have your reasons.
Yes, he does. All we need is the name of the Lord Regent's mistress. It's very simple.
I elect not to tell you. You will have to force the words from me, and I warn you, my willpower is quite legendary.
Perhaps I can find a bribe for you.
A curious strategy.
Of which I approve.
Alright, let's buy a bribe. You know what? I'm going nice mode. Piero is here.
Attention Dunwall citizens. The Ascendancy Circle has chosen Teague Martin to be High Overseer.
Oh, Piero.
I know it looks... I was inventing a new kind of lock. The tumblers shaped like snowflakes. The truth is, there is no snowflake lock. I was just, looking through the lock.
I'd rather you don't spawn people here, Piero.
I couldn't bear it if she knew. I know you're a man of honor, and I also know that you can kill me at any time. And for both of these reasons, I apologize and beg for your discretion.
I won't tell her.
It's well known that Sokolov is virtually addicted to a rare liquor called King Street Brandy. The taste is revolting, but I happen to have a bottle. However, I am reluctant to give it to you for Sokolov. It cost me quite a lot. It is very expensive stuff, a blend of rare Pendician spices and a drop of whale oil. Would you care to purchase it?
Sure. I'll take the brandy. Yeah, that's not that expensive. Anything else? Nope. And you do not watch through locks, please.
Be aware that looting of evacuated areas is a serious offense and will be summarily punished by officers of the...
Bribing it is.
I could use a drink.
Found a bottle of King Street for you.
King Street Brandy? I didn't know any more existed. It is an extraordinary gift. I see I'm dealing with men of taste. I can tell you this much. She was always referred to as Lady Boyle. I painted her to be sure, but I never saw her face or learned her first name. You see, I painted her from behind. I assure you, she still makes a striking portrait. But I do not know which Boyle she is. I was to be introduced to her at a masked ball in her honor this very night. But I will miss that party, it seems.
A masked ball at the Boyle estate. Tonight? The timing is perfect, Corvo. But the Boyles are wealthy and ruthless, so security will be very tight.
Of course, you already have a mask, don't you, Corvo?
He's right. You will be able to mingle with them once you're on the grounds. You'll have to find out which of the Boyle women is connected to the Lord Regent and take her out in whatever way you can devise. We're very close now. If you do this tonight, we'll be able to strike at the Lord Regent himself and put Emily on the throne. May the wind favor you.
What do you say about these people?
I swear I never saw her face. Although I can vouch that her hindquarters are the finest in the city. And perhaps the Empire itself. I assume I will remain in this kennel for the duration of your little protest movement. I don't suppose you have anything to read. Wilmot's History of the Lesser Perversions, perhaps?
I'm pretty sure we can get you books.
Anton Sokolov. He knew me once, and did much to set me on my path. Yes, Sokolov's a foreigner, with the looks and manner of a Tivian swineherd. But he is also a great genius. Not all his knowledge was gleaned from academy books. Some is gained from the maidservants he beds.
Ooh.
What the aristocracy will pay for a portrait painted by Anton Sokolov. If only they knew how much he detests them. The city owes much to this great mind. Let him drink, and find company where he can.
A surprisingly nice portrait the artist painting of him. Which is essentially the Empress, if I understand this correctly. Pretty sure that's her heart. But anyway. Yeah, she's being surprisingly nice about him. Huh. I want to say she's had better things to say about him than about Piero. Which is a bit weird, but oh well.
I hear you're off to the Boyles' little bash tonight. I have just a tiny favor I'd like to ask you. Could you give this note to Lord Shaw? You'll know him. A rather brusque man wearing a wolf's mask. In fact, he may be looking for me.
Alright, I can do that.
I knew Sokolov would see reason and tell us what we need to know. He never actually liked the Lord Regent.
True. Here we have Emily down here.
Have you ever been in a sea battle?
Of course.
Did you ever see pirates? And did you sink any?
Of course. Dozens. Oh, yes. But that's not for young girls to hear about.
But I will be Empress, won't I? And then I'll have to sink lots of enemy ships myself. And that's what Empresses do mostly, isn't it?
Of course.
I knew it! I read that some pirate ships have witches aboard that can cause storms and make whales do what they want. Is that true?
Yes. Mostly. Maybe we should be quiet now.
Very well.
Nothing from them. Wallace. And I guess that's all. Yeah, let's just go. You know what? Let's see if I can find the Admiral. No, the Overseer as well. Oh, here he is.
The High Overseer is supposed to be the most pious man in the Empire, living completely in alignment with the Seven Strictures and guiding the people in the religious faction towards spiritual health. Campbell was a farce. If not for all the blackmail material he accumulated, he'd have never been more than a lower-level initiate among overseers. The Admiral Lord Pendleton and I have already begun using some of what we've learned from Campbell's Black Book, Corvo. You've given us powerful leverage to get the Overseers on our side. I can't thank you enough.
The pro former Overseer is a fast. So we're gonna do the same thing he did. These guys are seeming more and more
A mask
about as bad as
you
the current
happen
bad
to have
guys.
the most clever mask of them all.
Well, not quite as bad. But maybe just because they haven't been the opportunity to be as bad. Oh well. Samuel, let's go.
The Boyle costume ball, huh? Well, that'll be fun, but not for everybody. You ready?
Sure. Take me. I'm actually not sure where the boat will take me. Back to the harbor as usual? No, straight up the Boyle estate.
Good grief, the Lord Regent's pulling out all the stops for the Boyle family. I didn't think there'd be tall boys patrolling here tonight. Watch yourself, Corvo. They don't fool around. The good news is, once you get to the party, that mask of yours will let you blend right in. Enjoy your evening out with the folk of quality.
And a bow!
You and me.
How do I zoom again? I forgot how I zoom. I actually want to zoom into that guy. How do I zoom? It is left alt. Probably too late now. Oh well. Guess we go up here. And I think I'm gonna call it here. Next time we're gonna start the Boyle mission properly. And we will deal with the Boyle lady in a normal way. See you all then.